Okay, let's unpack this. Today we are doing a deep dive into something that changes life in a heartbeat for families right here in Wolverhampton. We're talking about pregnancy blood tests.
Yeah, it's a really big topic. We have a stack of notes here, but our main guide today is the website Blood Test UK.
Blood Test UK, right.
Yeah, they have a really simple guide on how this all works.
And our mission for this deep dive is to make it super easy to understand.
Exactly.
We want to explain how the test works, why it is good for moms and babies, and like how you can get one done right here in town.
Keeping the words very simple today.
Yes, no big medical talk.
I love that plan. So let's just start with what the test actually does.
Most of you probably know about the stick you pee on.
Right, but Blood Test UK explains that the blood test is looking for something specific called HCG.
Right, I read about that. It is sort of like a little flag inside the body.
A little flag.
When a baby starts growing in the tummy, your body waves this flag to say, hey, we are pregnant.
That is a perfect way to picture it. The blood test is basically like using a strong pair of binoculars.
Oh, I see.
It can see that flag waving much sooner than the store-bought tests can.
And that is the big benefit Blood Test UK points out.
Speed.
Yeah, it is all about speed. These tests find the baby very early.
And the results come back fast, usually in just a few days.
Which is huge for moms in Wolverhampton.
Absolutely, because the sooner you know for sure, the sooner you can go see a doctor or a midwife.
It helps you get everything ready for the baby faster.
Right.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Needles.
Yeah.
Like, is this going to hurt?
That is a completely normal worry to have, but the guide calls it minimally invasive.
Minimally invasive. That is a pretty big word.
It is, but it really just means a tiny pinch. It is not like a surgery.
So it feels like a small scratch.
Well, maybe a mosquito bite, yeah.
So it is quick and not scary.
Definitely not.
So if I live in Wolverhampton and I want to get this done, where do I actually go?
You have a few choices, really. You can go to a local doctor's office or you can go to the hospital right here in town.
And Blood Test UK had a really good tip for getting ready.
The water tip.
Yes. They said to drink plenty of water before you go.
That is a great trick. Because when you drink water, your veins get a little bit bigger.
Making it super easy for the nurse.
Exactly. Super easy to take that small drop of blood. It makes the whole thing much faster.
So definitely drink your water.
Yep.
And you also need to bring your ID card so they know who you are.
And make sure to tell the doctor about any medicine you take, too.
Right, because some medicines can mess up the test results.
Yeah, so it is always good to ask first.
Now, here is where it gets really interesting. I saw in the notes that there isn't just one kind of test.
No, there are actually two types.
The first one is the yes or no test.
Doctors call this qualitative, but it really just looks for that flag we talked about. Is there a baby? Yes or no.
Simple enough. But the other one is a counting test, right?
The quantitative test, yes. This one is really smart. It actually counts exactly how many flags are in the blood.
To see how the baby is growing.
Yes. It helps the doctor track everything.
It is like checking the score in a game to see how things are going. That is really cool.
It is. And Blood Test UK also mentions they can use these tests to check for health things like Down syndrome.
Right, which helps parents know if the baby is healthy very early on.
Exactly.
So when is the best time to go do this? If you wake up today and feel a bit different, should you run to the doctor right away?
You actually need to wait a little bit. The best time is 1 week after you miss your period.
Is that because the flag isn't waving high enough yet?
That is exactly it. If you go too early, the amount of hormone is too low to see.
So the test might say no, even if there is a baby in the tummy.
Right, so waiting that 1 week really helps you get the right answer.
That makes perfect sense. Now let's talk about money. Some people think these blood tests cost a ton of money.
That is actually a huge myth. Blood Test UK explains that while some private tests do cost money, the NHS in Wolverhampton has options.
So they help moms get tested so money isn't a problem.
Exactly. There is definitely help available.
That is a huge relief. So we know it doesn't hurt, and we know there is help with the cost.
Right.
If the test comes back and says yes, what is the next step?
Then you call a midwife in Wolverhampton. They will help you get everything ready for the baby.
And what if the test says no, but you still feel like something is different in your tummy?
This is so important. If you still feel different, go see a doctor anyway.
Just to be safe.
Always better to be safe and check again.
Great advice. And you can always check the Blood Test UK website if you need more help finding a place in town.
It is a really good place to start.
Before we go, here is a final thought for you. We rely so much on these tests to give us a yes or no.
We do.
But maybe you should trust that little voice in your head or that feeling in your tummy just as much as the paper result.
It is usually the very first signal we get.
Always trust your body. Thanks for listening to this deep dive. Catch you next time.